All right. Will Smith, heavyweight champion of the simp world, son. So, let me tell you guys a little something. I'm going to show you guys some things. Gabrielle and I had a conversation about this. I'm going to show you guys a hilarious conversation between my wife and me about this topic because it'll just go to show how cool Gabrielle is and how not cool Will Smith is. So everybody thinks it's fake. I don't understand, dude. Everybody knows I am skeptical of fake beefs and such. I don't see what anyone is looking at when they think that was fake, dude. Like, I don't see it. Well, actually, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to actually show you guys some things related to my opinions on this in general. Okay. So check this out. So when this first happened, check this out. Melissa sent it to me. This is when I saw it first. And the very first thing I said was, work. Brilliant. Because I assumed it was a work. Right? Like when I just saw him slap him, I'm like, oh, come on, dude, that's a work. And then I watched the whole thing where it went from joke to I watched him work the whole room. I watched the joke. I saw Will Smith's reaction. I saw then he comes up and slaps him. But what sold me that, look, like, just fair warning, this isn't one of those things where like anybody's going to convince me otherwise. Like, I know this is like people get really worked up where it's like, I have a different opinion than you, but like no one's going to convince me that like this was a work. But what convinced me that it wasn't a work was Chris Rock afterwards, and not immediately afterwards, dude. Like, not in the immediate aftermath. Like, when he goes, he's like, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. He still didn't realize it was real. Like at that point, Chris Rock is like, Jesus, like you can tell he still is kind of like, did he just seriously hit me that hard? Like, is this some kind of fucking bit? And then when Will Smith starts yelling at him, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. And you could tell that Chris Rock realizes, he's like, whoa, he's serious. Like, this is my contention. If you still think it's a work after watching that interaction, like after he starts yelling at him, then I would challenge whether or not you've ever seen a situation like that before, where like a dude like punks another guy like that, like where they like either slap him around or they put him in a position where they're afraid that they're going to get slapped around. And like one guy is clearly not up for physical confrontation at all, or they just got hit or whatever. And they're like stammering and trying to talk their way around it, because anybody who's seen that, dude, that's obviously what that was, man. Like, that's exactly what that was like Chris Rock was the guy who got, I mean, I don't even want to say punked, just because I don't want it to sound as if like Will Smith did something like cool. Like Will Smith didn't do anything cool there, but Chris Rock was in that role of like stammering guy who doesn't want to fight at all. And like, I don't know how to explain it better than that, because obviously they weren't going to like fight. Exactly, Hank Hill. So I'm going to get into all of it now, because the video that I did this morning, very much so, was like, here's like a, like I did the video on a 2, like I could do the video about them on a 10. I did that on a 2, and I did it intentionally because there is a lot of like depth to that situation between the two of them. And I stand by everything I said in the video. But there's a lot more that I could say about that, which I will. So, first of all, it's like another way that it's not a work. Like, as a matter of fact, I don't understand how anyone could realistically think it's like, people who think it's a work. Like, what they keep doing is they keep on like slowing down the slap. They're all, look at Chris Rock. Like, he's not even afraid. Like, he's not even afraid. It's like, dude, he thought it's a joke. Of course he's not afraid. Like, of course he's not fucking afraid. Like, why the fuck would he be afraid? What are the odds that Will Smith's going to fucking slap him and try to fight him in the middle of the Oscars? It's impossible, dude. The slap, okay. Anywho, so, and for the record, just for the record, all of this is my opinion. Okay. Oh, hang on. Actually, hang on. And anyone who knows the answer to this, no telling anyone. Okay. No telling anyone. We're going to do a poll real quick. All right. The Will Smith Oscars slap was a B. Okay. Oh, let's go. All right, let's see how everybody does on the quiz. Go for it. Let's see how you guys do. There are no correct answers, but there are wrong answers, believe it or not. Oh man. You guys. See, you guys don't know this game, but I will say that most of you are leaning towards real, which is a good sign. All right. So we got 50% are it's real for certain. Now you guys are walking into a trap that I didn't really necessarily mean to set for you guys, but sorry. Probably real, probably fake, 100% fake. I am certain. Okay. So when I do those, just for the record, the reason I'm doing that is I'm trying to trap people into certainty. Okay. Cause like, I think it's real. I think almost for sure it was real, you know? Well, actually, you know what? If I was going to characterize my opinion, I would say, dude, it's real. Like it's real. But at the same time, I can say it's my opinion that it's real. Because unless you're on the Oscars committee, you don't know 100% either way for sure, right? Like there's no way that you can know for sure. But nonetheless, it's neither here nor there. It seems like most people think it was real, and I agree with you guys. Okay, so here's the deal. So when you look at Will Smith at the beginning of this, right? So let's say that it was going to be fake, okay? Like let's say it's going to be a work. You're going to do a work, which means that they would have planned it in advance, okay? Chris Rock is going to make this joke about Jada Smith. Will Smith is going to walk on stage. He's going to fucking pimp slap him in front of the entire world. He's really going to hit him, and then he's going to yell the F-bomb on national television. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth, son. I'm Tupac now. Okay. So if that's going to be a work, then think about it like this. When he says the joke, when Chris Rock says the joke, okay, what's Will Smith's reaction going to be if he knows that he's about to walk on stage and slap him? Like, what's he going to do? Is he going to fucking laugh at the joke like it didn't bother him even a little bit? Of course not. Right? Like if they know it's a work, Will Smith's not going to laugh at the joke. That's how you know it's not a work. Because Chris Rock says the joke and Will Smith's like, he's like, oh yeah, fucking God, I love this guy. Fucking great. Love this guy. And he's not like pretending. He's like laughing at the joke. And then you see Jada's like, oh, is that right? Is that right? You go off of them for 3 fucking seconds. And then all of a sudden, Will Smith is walking on stage to slap Chris Rock. Why would he be laughing if he knows that it's a work? And then also, again, the Chris Rock after the slap is the dead giveaway for me, dude. After he realized it's real. But nonetheless, think about this. I was saying this to my, I'm in Atlanta, and I was saying this to my Uber driver. Was like, so you like not enough time happened for there to have been a very meaningful interaction between Jada and Will, right? So like you watch the clip. I don't need to play it again. I mean, like you guys have all seen it. Like he makes the joke. Will Smith's laughing. Jada is pissed, right? Jada's pissed. It cuts away from them and he goes, come on. That's a nice joke. So you got like what? 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3. You got maybe like 4 seconds, right? Between where you saw them on camera and when Will is actually on his way up to the stage, right? So think about the fact, like their interaction could have only been Will looking at her looking at Will. She gives Will a nasty look, and then Will goes up and slaps Chris Rock. Okay. Now, do you think that it's possible she gave Will a nasty look that didn't mean go fucking slap Chris Rock? Like, as an example, is it possible she was giving him a nasty look like, why the fuck are you laughing at that joke, bitch? You know? Like, is it possible that the look she gave Will Smith was actually, hey, bitch, you know about my hair shit. He doesn't fucking know. You know. Why the fuck are you laughing at that joke? Right? Like, she might have actually been mad at Will. Not even, I mean, you know, she's mad about the joke, but the look she gave Will might have been at Will. Why the fuck are you laughing at that, bro? And then Will's all, let me go regain my manhood by humiliating myself, by slapping Chris Rock. You know? So, like, blood on the razor wire. If he slapped me, would have gotten real. Yeah, hey, how do you think that would have fucking gone over in jail? Like, if you were doing like a fucking award show on the yard. And he's like, made some joke about some shit. He just went up and fucking pimp slapped him and then called him a punk from the fucking audience. I'm sure that would have gone over real well if that guy wanted to be a blow up doll for the rest of his fucking bid. But like, but you know, it's like, I don't know, man. Like that shit, like when people were saying like, oh, you know, I don't know. I don't even know how to even explain it. It's like it's exactly what I said in my video earlier, except I can just kind of lay it out like this. Like, she has demasculated fucking Will Smith to the point where he would see her give him a dirty look about a joke he was laughing at. And then he would do some spaz shit like that, like thinking that he's like defending her honor. Like, you know, like a person who's confident, they make confident decisions. A person who is not confident and is spazzing out and is in a social situation where they are desperately trying to get the approval of either the group or the person that they're engaged with. That person is a reckless fucking maniac because they don't know what to do. They're not confident. They can't make their fucking mind up. Like, so it's like, oh, what do they want me to do? And like with her, I'm telling you, there's no right answer. There's nothing he can do that has been the right answer for her for the entire time they've been married. So like everything he always does is fucking wrong for her. And so he's just like, oh my God, she's angry. And the fact that he was laughing first and then went and did that dramatic shit just proves my point. You know? They're best friends. It's all a setup. They're trying to set up the rematch. Yeah. Yep. The fact that I'm on both sides of these things should tell you I base my reads on context and data. Like, as an example, that's actually a great point. So let's say, you know, okay, so the Masvidal and Colby thing is real. Cool. Well, the reason my opinion was what it was is based on the history of their relationship. And the basis for why I know that this Will Smith thing is probably real is because of the context of their relationship. Like, they went on fucking national television and she talked about fucking another guy like it was normal, dude. And like Will Smith just sat there like, yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Oh, God, we're just so enlightened. We're so, like, we just got one of those special marriages, you guys, where, you know, it doesn't bother me that my wife fucks another guy and falls in love with him. Like, we can just talk about it. Like, because, dude, oh yeah, you're watching that, dude. If you can read poker faces even a fucking little bit, okay, who do you think instigated the open marriage? Fucking Will? Yeah, right, dude. The correct play with that, with any of those things, is like, okay, here, let me just try to make this point. A wife is not supposed to fucking demasculate her husband. Okay. Like, no matter what. Okay. You guys can have disagreements, but a good wife knows that you can present information publicly, but you do it in a way that doesn't do that, doesn't undermine a guy's status as a fucking man. Like, everyone knows that. All good girls know that. Even if the girl runs shit in the background, which most of them fucking do. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with the fucking woman running your household. That's not the same thing at all as a girl publicly turning you into a little bitch in front of everybody and you allowing that to happen. Like, allowing your girl to have a very strong voice in the house that you probably run with 90% of the time because you're like, okay, happy wife, happy life, man. The bleep hole, he hit Chris because he can't hit Jada. I do not disagree with that in even the slightest. Now, I don't think he wanted to hit her last night. I think that he is so fucked up emotionally with her that he literally is, like I said, dude, a person who's not confident, they just flail. Like, they just fucking flail around. They're just looking for approval. Everyone wants human approval. And the more important the person is in your life, the more you want their approval. She's his wife, man. Like, she's so absent giving him approval and like elevating him that she'll just fuck another guy in his face and tell him that she's in love with the other guy as if that's fucking normal. And then she's just like, well, listen, man, like, I'm such a deep thinker that, like, like you say, listen, we're not like all these other peasants that like are monogamous. It's like, dude, it has nothing to do with that. Lots of people have fucking open marriages. It's again, she does it on purpose because she doesn't respect him, dude. Like, she does not respect him. Oil equals gold. I've trained for years. And if you're slapped like that, if you slapped like that, my opinion, he prepared for the slap. He would have fell over more, in my opinion. It was fake, but the news just came on and said no charges. I have trained for years. And if you train for years, no offense, my man. If you train for years and you thought that, like, you can't eat a shot like that without going down, I mean, come on, man. If Will Smith used a closed fist, turned on that a little bit more, and actually tried to fucking put one on his jaw to put him down, he could definitely knock Chris Rock out. Like, he's done a bunch of he's done boxing movies and shit. He knows how to punch. He slapped him with an open hand. I mean, you could knock a guy out with a slap, obviously. But you can also tell he wasn't intending to knock him out with that slap. He was trying to make a point. Like, he's trying to he's trying to make a point. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. It's fucking embarrassing, man. Embarrassing. You guys, like, okay, first of all, that's not accurate. Like, you guys are saying that, like, there's that, slow down the video. Did he hit him? Whatever. Like, he definitely hit him. You can hear it on the microphone. Like, you can hear the fucking microphone, But nonetheless, I mean, it's every single thing about their behavior, everything from the context between Jada and Will to how they behaved right before, to how they behaved right at the time of the joke, to how they behaved after. Every single thing screams that it's real. They're not going to get it. They're not going to fucking throw a charge on him. Are you serious? Will Smith he got best actor 5 minutes later and everyone's like, oh my God, stunning and brave. Oh my God, standing ovation. Fucking guy just went up and struck another man on stage 5 seconds ago. And these fucking Hollywood dip fucks stood up and fucking gave him a standing ovation. You're like, dude, like, I can understand making a, like, defending him, I get it. I'm not like this is a matter, like, here's a part that's definitely a matter of opinion. My opinion is that he embarrassed himself. He embarrassed her, and that was the action of a pussy whipped, non-confident guy that is begging for her approval to the point that he doesn't even fucking know what is, like, the right thing to do. Okay. That's my opinion. You also can have the opinion that, like, this guy insulted his wife, and in front of the whole world, he was like, I'm not letting anybody talk about my wife like that. I can't get there. That shit doesn't make any sense to me, because to me, it just looks like something a complete and total fucking spaz would do, But Gabrielle and I mean, we don't fight anyway, but like if we ever had an issue or if anybody ever talked about her like that, like, first of all, I wouldn't have been fucking laughing. Like, it's as simple as that. Like, I don't like, I'm not gonna base what I do on her reaction, you know? Like I'm just, not, I mean, to that point at least. Like there's no scenario where someone could do something and I would be so nonchalant about it that I'm literally laughing at the joke. And then I look at her and then her reaction turns me from jovial haha to the most fucking outlandish reaction ever where I go up and hit the guy. Like that's impossible. Okay? Like I could, if she was angry that I laughed, I could recognize, I would be like, oh fuck. And I would scale it back, slide over, try to talk to her in her ear, maybe, try to handle it. But like there's nothing, fucking nothing. Because if it was that big a deal, I would know it's that big a deal. And I wouldn't have fucking laughed at the joke in the first place, So like, even if it was a big enough deal where I was pissed, like I would have stonewalled him from the jump. Like if it was that bad of a joke, I would have just been like, and then they would have put the camera on me and they would have seen that both me and her were like, are you fucking serious? And then he'd have felt like a fucking more. That's how you punk him. Like that's a boss punk, dude. It's like, whoa, like where you just stop laughing immediately and you give him a fuck you eye and you make him fumble around on stage. You can make him nervous and look like a bitch from your seat. Okay. If you have to like stand up and go it just makes you look like a pussy. Makes you look like a fucking spaz. Oh, you think Will benefits from the open relationship? You think so, huh? So here's the deal. Exactly, Trayvon. Correct. As soon as he realized that the thing was real, he fucking couldn't even get words out. You can watch his, have you ever had okay, so this, for anyone who's done any public speaking, like if you start spinning yourself up mentally and you like literally can't even find your place, that's what that looks like. That's exactly what that looks like. Like he literally was like, he like couldn't even find his place in his brain. Oh my God. Okay, let me address this. I understand that this was incredibly convenient for the Oscars, kind of. Like, it was convenient at least that it was like, oh, there's a reason that anyone knew the fucking Oscars were on. Like, I have a good idea. I have a great idea for the Oscars. If you want people to watch the Oscars, how about you don't do things like starting the Oscars off with, oh, for everyone in Florida, look at what we're going to do. We're going to have a gay old time. Gay. And you're like, wait, what are they talking about? They're all, they're talking about the Don't Say Gay bill. You're all, what Don't Say Gay bill? They're like, the Don't Say Gay bill. Okay, there's no Don't Say Gay bill. There's a bill that just passed that says that you can't teach sex education to kids who are 7 years old or under of any kind. Not just gay. You also can't teach them about any kind of sex stuff when they're fucking 7 years old or under. Okay. How could you possibly take that law and turn it into it's a homophobic law? The fuck are you talking about? That's a fucking complete lie. That is an absolute stone lie. The only thing that there's even in that bill that they could possibly even construe as problematic is that they said that after third grade, that teachers will only teach age appropriate topics in that realm. That's it. And so I can understand your concern legally there because they're like, well, who determines what's age appropriate? Because what if some parent is like, okay, well, you taught my 18-year-old that homosexuals exist. Like, that's not age appropriate. There's not strong legal language. That is literally the only possible thing you could say about that bill that's problematic to anyone who actually read it. And somehow they took that as, look at Florida hating these gays. They hate these gays. I bet they wanted to write the F word in that bill. You're all, what the fuck are you talking about? There is literally nothing in the entire bill that could in any way be construed as anti-gay if you have 7 brain cells to rub together. And yet they fucking lead the whole thing off with them going gay. Fuck you, Florida. And you're like, dude, fuck you. Read the bill. And then I'm just like, okay, I'm not watching this. Like, I'm not going to watch your stupid bullshit. Like right out of the gate, you're just saying shit that's not true. Like maybe if they don't do that, then people will watch the fucking Oscars. And then they wouldn't have people speculating if this assault that happened at the fucking Oscars was fake or not, you know? Well, it's the only way they can get people to watch. It's like, nope, the way you get people to watch is stop putting politics, especially dishonest politics, in the fucking show. How about you just talk to us about the movies? Stop nominating movies based on like ridiculous shit that has nothing to do with whether or not the movie's good, you know? Well, this is like the most inclusive movie ever. Okay, well, is it good? Like, dude, if I will watch, I'll watch any, like, if a movie is about, like, I mean, you know, I don't care about any of that stuff. So it's ridiculous for you to even use it as an example. But like, everyone knows what you're doing. Okay, no one wants to watch the Oscars to have you preach to us, dude. Like, no one. Not even the people that are like, even on people on that side don't want to watch that shit, dude. You sabotage your own fucking show. Believe me, people who are that brain dead are not even going to think of something as cool as a fucking stage slap. Like, that's something we would think of because we're fucking smart. They're not smart, dude. The reason you think it's fake is because a smart person would know that would draw attention to the show. They're fucking idiots, dude. They're way stupider than you are. Way stupider than you are. Okay? Fake beefs happen in mixed martial arts because you have smart people that are fucking working the system and they know how to draw attention to things. So smart that they can even get everyone to believe it's not fake. Anyway, but don't give credit to Hollywood people. They're not smart enough to think of this. Anyway, Chris was trying not to destroy Will and Jada publicly. Dude, and then they showed what's up, Tara? You're real? Sure. Instagram link. We asked you for it in the other one. Prove it. So dude, Will is miserable, man. Like, Will is so miserable. And like, I honestly, dude, I feel bad, dude. I really do. Like, the reason why I'm able to kind of like, I don't know, put context to this that is actual reality about like her just sucking him dry is because I've like, when I was, I mean, not like in like a romantic relationship, but I know what that feels like, dude. Like, I know what it feels like to be like in a social environment where you just want the approval of the people that you're trying to impress. And you just, no matter what you do, you can't get it. It's like, and you just spin yourself in circles until you figure out like, I mean, you know, I don't know. I got older and I just was like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. And I realized, and then I learned like, oh, if you don't care about anyone's approval, you get everyone's approval. It's a fucking paradox, dude. As soon as you just start saying everything, like you just start saying exactly what you think all the time, then you get approval because people approve of authenticity as opposed to seeking out approval. And then people are like no one approves of disingenuous shit. It's a good lesson for the day. But nonetheless, like, I can't even imagine what that would feel like if it was Gabrielle and like I loved her like I do, or like, you know, Will loves fucking Jada like he does. And no matter what I did, she just fucking shit on me and told me, oh, it's just your ego, dude. You're just feeding your ego. It's pathetic, man. You really need, I think what's best for you is I think that you go on a little retreat and really explore yourself so you can find out what's wrong. Okay, you think that'll be good for me? I do think that'll be good for you. And I think you should go for 2 weeks. Well, what are you going to do? I'm going to stay here and take care of our children, Will. I'm going to stay here and take care of our children. The same children that have been suffering in the house watching you do your little egomaniac trip for the last however many, I don't know. Look at her. Look at her. Everything that's happening over here is your fault. Every single problem she has is a result of your ego trips, Will. Okay? She's not getting this from me. She's not getting this from me. And neither is this little fucking weirdo. You know, your son, whatever his name is, this little fucking weirdo. You know, a kid, like super fucked up, that obviously is fucked up, you know, because of you, Will. It's because of you and your showboating. You don't even know what's important anymore. And this is what that retreat is going to teach you. What's really important. He's like, how long should I go? She's like, I think 3 weeks would be good. 3 weeks. And he's like, okay, I'm going to work on myself. She's like, I think you should. He goes, she gets a babysitter, and then she sucks this other guy's cock for 3 fucking weeks, dude. Ridiculous. Joseph Verdugo. Did I see Chris pull back from a comment that was stirring in his head? A retort. Wait, what? You can see Chris pull back from a comment that was stirring in his head, a retort for what just happened. I watched him go, holy shit, this is actually like, this is real. And then that's when he's like, it was a G.I. joke or G.I. Jane joke, dude. Like, he's like flustered, man. And then he's like, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. He's like, I will. Because here's the thing, dude. People's intentions matter, okay? Like, people's intentions matter. Did Chris Rock know about the thing with her hair? I fucking doubt it, dude. I really, really doubt it. And the other thing is, like, she's had her hair short for so long. Like, she's had her hair short for so long. I had no idea about the thing. I've asked 7 people today. Like, I've asked 7 different people just because I was like, okay, because to me, this is the most bitch-made shit ever. But, like, the only reason I would say that is because I didn't know about the hair thing. And then so I'm like, okay, if it was common knowledge that she had this hair problem, then I could see him getting like really bent out of shape. But only if it's common knowledge. If only Will knows that she's had this problem, it's unreasonable for him to like spaz out, right? In my opinion. And so I've literally asked so many people, like anybody that, because I've been traveling today, right? I'm in Atlanta. And so I asked my fucking Uber driver on the way to the airport. I asked my Uber driver, I asked like, 2 people at the gate that were talking about it. I asked people over here, like no one had any idea about her fucking hair thing. No one. Like no one had any fucking idea about it. So like it's, probably safe to assume that Chris didn't know either. And so like your reaction to what he did should be based on what his intentions were, right? Insanity Pepper. He went from King Richard to White Knight. He went from King Richard to fucking Ike Turner. But like, yeah, I don't know. I judge people by their intentions. Always, dude. If someone accidentally fucks something up and insults someone, it's like, dude, he didn't mean it, man. Like, he obviously didn't mean it. And so, like I said, dude, if you meant that with like malicious intent, then fucking, I still would never make a scene like that, dude. I would never make a fucking scene like that. I would never do it. I would never fucking do that. Gabrielle and I, dude, I was saying this to the guy I was talking to. It's like, dude, Gabrielle, if I went in her phone and I saw that she had been fucking that guy August, I still would be like, can you and me go, like, no matter what environment, like I'm assuming there's a million people there. I'd be like, can I talk to you outside for a second? And if she saw it in mine, first of all, what she would do is she wouldn't say a fucking thing about it, and she would just poison me over like a few weeks. I call Gabrielle a slow poisoner, because if she caught it, like, so like as an example, years ago, dude, fucking years ago, like when I still used to take pills before I quit, like, a long time ago, I had a, like, this is like, so there's a point where Gabrielle's all, you need to fucking quit these things. You quit these. And I was like, okay, I will, and then before I actually quit them, she found a bottle of pills and she just hid them. And then she just watched me just to see what I would do. Like, and so I was like looking around, I was like, what the fuck, did I misplace these? Now, any of you guys who have ever, been hooked on pills, like, just put yourself in that position where your entire bottle of pills are just gone, like they're gone. And like, think of how frantically you'll look for them, dude. So I'm like ripping around the house, like looking for them all over the place. Like I'm going downstairs, I'm like, could they have dropped out of my pocket? Like, the fuck, where were they? And she's just like watering the plants, just fucking chilling, dude. Like just relaxing. And I'll come out and I'm like, is it possible that she would have taken them? Like, like, is it like, could she have done it? I'm like, hey, what's up, Gab? Like, what's up? She's all, hey. So just trying to feel her out. She just stonewall it. She's like, what's up? Did you have something you wanted to ask me? No, I was just seeing what you're doing. She's like, oh, I'm just watering the plants. She'll just fucking watch me flounder around. And so, so I call her a slow poisoner, like, she's a slow poisoner. She doesn't blow up, dude. Like, she would slow poison. Now that's the only time, like that's the only example I can think of like a time when I was like, I just don't lie to her because I just don't. But like, but you know, in the event that she found something like, dude, you don't make a fucking scene. That's like that move that she pulled, that's gangster shit, dude. Like to me, that's a gangster ass move to take my pills and hide them. And she didn't even take them. Like she didn't even flush them, nothing. She took them just to watch me. And she's just like, look at this. Because in her head, she's like, look at this fucking idiot, you know? Look at this fucking idiot floundering around. You know, he's afraid to ask me because he knows I'll be fucking pissed that he had him. You know, go, yeah, rip around, dude. She lets me rip around until I finally fucking ask her, you know? And then she's like, yeah, I have him. It's hilarious, dude. That's gangster. Like, that's like fucking gangster ass move. If she finds him and then she walks in and I'm in a room full, like this is exactly what the Will Smith thing would have been. It's like if she found him and I'm in a room, I'm watching a football game with my friends or Super Bowl fucking party. Like I've got a Super Bowl party. I'm sitting on the couch. I'm in like my favorite chair. I'm talking to my friends. And if she walked in front of the television, grabbed the pills and fucking threw them in my chest, it was like, what the fuck are these? What are these? Your fucking pills, huh? You promised you would never take these again. You know, that's spaz shit, dude. That's fucking spaz shit. There's nothing gangster about that. That's fucking spaz. That's no control of your emotions. That's Will Smith. Okay? Ridiculous. Search Will Smith, Jada, Red Table Talk, Muslim Review. It's Andrew Tate talking about Will Smith's situation. I promise it's one of the best videos you'll ever watch. I will. I'll even copy and paste that shit so I don't forget. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're talking about the fucking, yeah. Josh Crow, thank you very much. Broken Man, sad to see it. Gaslit under the witch spell. Yes. Trying too hard to look tough because he's weak and broken by her. Exactly correct. He's addicted to her. He's not in love. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. She broke that guy, dude. And again, he's not like, I mean, he's probably in love with her, but like, that's not why he did that. He will do anything for her approval. And her disapproval is like fucking acid in his veins, dude. It's like acid, you know? Oh, Chris Rock just fucking killing it, dude. G.I. Jane too. Good one. Oh. Well, I guess I need to go slap him now. I guess I need to throw the pills in his face and tell him he's a fucking lying piece of shit. Plumber Mike, thank you very much. Jada likes it rough. You can tell. 100% disagree with that. Absolutely 100% disagree with that. Jada Smith wants to get enveloped by a dude who is in full control without being domineering. That I would bet my fucking life on. And that's probably what August would do, which is why she liked it so much. I guarantee, and another thing, I mean, like, again, like I'm not trying to fucking pile on the demasculation. I guarantee when Will Smith bangs her, he doesn't even like, he probably doesn't have any idea. Like he's probably in his mind. He's like, I don't like, if you're not confident with your girl, you can't do that well, dude. Like that's just is what it is. MMA flicks and chill. I have friends with wives like her. It's painful to watch. Me too. Well, actually, no, I don't anymore. Did. You'll never guess how that ended. Fucked another guy. One of the worst stories ever. I told that story on my other channel. Where the fucking text messages came through. The text messages, like she reset one of the kids' iPads and her Apple ID was on it. I'm sorry, her Apple ID was on one of the kids' iPads and they didn't update. And when the update thing went through, it turned on the messages. She's supposedly staying at her mom's house. My buddy is there with one of my other best friends. And all of a sudden, her messages are coming through a fucking kid's iPad. She thinks she's by herself. She thinks she's having a, let's call it candid conversation with her side piece. And her husband and one of my best friends are fucking reading every single word, including the words, "I can't wait to bottom you out again," verbatim. I can't wait for you to bottom me out again either. And for those of you who don't know what that term means, it means that his cock is so big that it runs out of room. She was bottomed out. It's basically the worst thing you could ever see someone write to your wife. Do I think Bob set up Colby? What do you think? Fuck no, that didn't happen to me. I bottomed Gabrielle out. There's no room for her to get bottomed out by anybody else. Just kidding. No, that definitely did not happen to me. No, yes, it does make Will a cuck. Thank you, guys. That is a great segue. Let me show you this conversation I had with Gabrielle, because this is really funny, actually. Because Gabrielle is fucking awesome. Where the hell is it? Okay, check this out. She's so funny, dude. Gabrielle fucking hates Jada Pinkett. And you know why? And the reason why she hates her is because her and I watched that interview together when they talked about that August affair. And that's like I said, dude, Gabrielle's a good girl. Like she's she's not, she's not like some fucking layover or anything, but she understands, you don't fucking punk your husband in public. Like, so to her, like her and I see all that exactly the same. So when we were watching that interview, she's just like, oh my God. It's like unforgivable how they handled that, how she handled that. It's like, anyway, so she's like, so if you watch this video right here, which you guys probably won't be able to see very well, but I'll show you anyway. So this is like when like
Chris, we're going to solve that like family at the goal party. Okay? But right now we're moving on with love. Everybody make some noise.
So watch the interaction between Jada and Will.
Okay? But right now we're moving on with love. Everybody make some noise.
Like that literally, like, I mean, I don't know. Again, sometimes I don't know what people can see and what they can't, but if you can't see it, it's exactly what I was saying. Like he is fucking screaming for her approval, dude. And she gives him nothing. Like she gives him like just enough look to like the way she looks at him is like for appearances in case the cameras are on. I can't completely stonewall. She's like, she has no respect for him, dude. Like she has fucking no respect for him at all. And so I said, watch Jada. Doesn't even glance at Will. She has zero respect for him. And Gabrielle writes, and she gives him a 0.5 second glance. A man who just walked on stage at the Oscars and slapped another man in her name. That's what she does. She's the worst of the worst. And he's as bad trying to win her affections after all these years. What a fucking joke. And then, hang on. This is the funny part. Hang on. Oh, and then I sent Gabrielle like this thing that was like an edited like sequence of clips from that interview of Jada. It's like 5 minutes of.
You've been on a hell of it.
It's Jada Pinkett Smith breaking Will Smith's heart for 4 straight minutes. I'll show you guys that in a second. And Gabby's like, so she's like, that was painful to watch. She's the worst kind of human, 100% complete narcissist, and he's the definition of a simp. And I needed to correct her there. I was like, technically, he's a cuck. A simp pays for pussy online. A cuck is too pussy to own his girl's pussy, and so she does what she wants with it. If we're getting specific. And Gabrielle hates that word, which is why I used it, because it was funny. But anyway, so let me here's this. So this is who he fucking went up and slapped Chris Rock for, dude. This shit. Like,
journey with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's people's feelings involved.
I actually can't even watch this.
Mm-hmm. It's healing that needs to happen.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So what happened, Jada?
Okay, so I think it was about 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Started a friendship with August,
mm-hmm.
and we actually became really, really good friends.
Mm-hmm.
And it all
Look
started
at his face,
with him just needing some help.
Mm-hmm.
Me wanting to help his health, his mental state, and we found all those different resources.
I actually can't watch this. Like, it's one thing if Will genuinely didn't care, believe me, I'd be able to tell, dude. Like, if he's like, yeah, dude, we have an open relationship. I have girls, she has guys, whatever. Like, I don't care about that. I don't care if I wouldn't care even a little bit if a wife has like a close relationship with some guy that she bangs on the side. I don't care about that. That's their business. But that's not what that is, dude. Like, like, Will's not down with this, dude. Like, he's not down with that even a little bit. And she's just like, yeah, so it's just an entanglement, like, I wanted to help him. And she said some shit. She basically is like, I fell in love with him and he really fixed me. I was broken and he fixed me. You're like, Jesus, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at every single turn, she just demasculates him, breaks him down. It's like it's okay. So let's say that, like, you have an open relationship with your wife, right? And you really are just like, look, like, monogamy is kind of fucking weird. Like, I'm kind of a deviant. I like to fuck a lot of people. Like, I just like to fuck all the time. And like, sometimes I'm out of town. Like, let's just like, and she's like, yeah, whatever. And she's like, I mean, maybe I'll see some people. Like, I mean, that's kind of weird for some people, but like, if your wife comes back, she's like, oh my God, I didn't realize that the reason I wanted to sleep with other people is because you can't satisfy me. And like, I've got this other guy. Oh, he just gets me off in ways that I never thought even possible. Like, he hits it in ways that, like, it's just unbelievable. He turns me into, like, I just turn into a fucking deviant willing to take it anywhere because he really, really knows how to make me feel good. You're like, if you heard that, you just be like, what the fuck? Why the fuck would you say that to him? And like, emotionally, that's even worse for, like, okay, here's another fact about, like, romantic relationships. So if a girl finds out that a dude has been seeing a girl on the side, what's the first thing that she asks? Ready? Go. Let's see how people do. If a girl finds out that a dude has a girl on the side, what do they ask every time? First thing, correct, Abel. Correct. Now, when a guy finds out that a girl's been talking to a guy on the side, what does he ask? What does he ask the girl? Did you fuck him? Okay, is the answer. When a girl finds out about the dude, she asks if he loves her. When the dude finds out about a girl, he's like, did you fuck him? Like, so her being like, oh yeah, he fixed me emotionally is worse than the example that I gave. Like, in a girl's mind, that's like worse. And the whole thing, like, and the reason that this matters is because, like, the reason it matters as far, like, from my perspective is like, dude, what has she done to like I don't know, to earn that, you know? I don't know. To me, she just looks like she's disrespected him for fucking ever. Well, Will won't leave. He'll never leave her, dude. You know what's funny, actually? Did you guys ever see the Twitter interaction between 50 Cent and Will Smith after that like interview thing? It's so hilarious, dude. It's like a total in my opinion, what it was is like a miscommunication based on like slang and language. Like hang on, I'll show you. Because 50 Cent ended up sharing it online. Hang on, I'll show you guys. Here we go. 50 Cent on Jada Pinkett Smith discussing sex life with Will Smith. Why does she keep doing shit like this? Yeah, exactly. Hold on. Oh, did you take it down? Hold on. It's hard, Jada said during the. I mean, the thing Will and I talk about a lot is the journey. We started this at a very young age, 22 years old. I've been with Gabrielle since she was 21. That's why accountability part really hit for me because I think you expect your partner to know your needs. See? Oh my God. She can't say a fucking thing about him without demasculating him. Nothing, dude. Doesn't Will have a son the same age as August? No, not quite. But I mean, seriously, the first fucking quote that I read of hers, we started when we were 22. That's why the accountability part really hit for me because I think you expect your partner to really know your needs, especially when it comes to sex. It's like, well, if you love me, you should know. If you love me, you should read my mind. That's a huge pitfall. Fucking first quote I read of hers is like, he doesn't know how to fuck me, man. Like, he just doesn't know my needs. He doesn't know how to fuck me. He doesn't know how to do whatever. This is my point, dude. Like, she demasculates him every fucking time she talks about it. Ridiculous, dude. On the day the episode aired, Will, who she'd been married to for over 20 years, quote, only because I got time today, stop making up headlines, she wrote. Will and I had never had an issue in the bedroom. Thank you. What? That was your quote, dude. Hold on. Where's the thing from 50 Cent? Let me see if I can find this post just because it is like relevant to the thing. Because I mean, I can summarize basically. Like after that thing, 50 Cent, he reached out to Will through DM and he was like, he's all, dude, are you okay? And Will Smith is like, yeah, man, I'm good. And then Will Smith gave like some kind of she must have that fire, only plausible conclusion. No. Mitchy B, what's up, dude? Is that Mitchy Brusco? What's up, bro? But no, that's not it. She's hollowed him out. Like I'm telling you, she's broken that guy. But like 50 Cent's like, are you okay, bro? And Will Smith's like, he's like, yeah, man, thanks. And then he says something about the August thing that was kind of like explaining the situation. And like, it's just fucking 50 Cent, dude. 50 Cent's like, what? And then so 50 responds with something like, so why did she say like something about like why did he say something about he blew her back out? Like he said, like, so why did she say blah blah about he blew her back out? And it's like it sounds super disrespectful. It's like, blew her back out is like, I would imagine that's not a term Will Smith uses about like his wife's sex life very often. But and then Will Smith just wrote back, fuck you, 50. And then 50 was like, wait, what? And then 50 like wrote back like, wait, what? Like because he couldn't even understand like how would, because he was like trying to be like a friend to him, like he's like, why would she say that? Because like he couldn't even process it where he's like, she just went on national TV and talked about some fucking guy banging her. What are you talking about, Will Smith? Like He was like trying to be helpful. Anyway, Anthony Bennett, you think the good old want way you can't? Oh wait, you think the good old want what you can't have? Used to getting any girl however he wants, having one who he can't capture their attention. No, I don't. Not in this case, dude. I think that's a thing that applies early in the relationship, like like a superstar, close ass all the time, and then the one where he's like, "Hey, can I get your number?" And they're all, "No, you can't have my number." Tons of celebrity dudes that ended up marrying a girl who's not a celebrity. That's like the origin story. Is like a dude who was just closing everybody, and then that girl wouldn't give him their number the first time. Dr. Dre is an example of that. And then, but for this, it's just like, dude, he just loves her, and she just like she won't give him any approval, so he's just would do a thing like that, Devil's advocate, I make fun of Danielle for something she can't control and is self-conscious about in front of you. Who's Danielle? Your family and friends are and on national TV. What do I do? Well, I mean, devil's advocate, you would have had to have done it like that. Like, because that's what we're talking about. If you went, Gabrielle, love you, Gabrielle. Can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane 2. So, like, as an example, let's say, actually, I'm not even going to use that example. Well, let's say she had a more serious thing that would have her hair fall out, right? As a conversation example. And you were like, can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane 2. What I would have done is I would have been like, huh. And I would have immediately stonewalled. Like, because if it's something that I'd be insulted by, I'd be insulted by it, right? Like, I wouldn't need her to tell me that a dude making fun of my wife's bald head when she has cancer is something I should get mad at. Like, I would fucking know that, like I would be like, whoa, dude. Like, I wouldn't have to fucking get out of my chair and walk up on stage and slap you to let you know, dude. Like, you'd know instantly because I don't need her to fucking tell me. Goopsta, Will wouldn't have swung for 50 if he made the joke in public. Of course not. Jada owes Will her entire career, whatever. That's not true. I mean, dude, Jada Pinkett like Menace to Society, movies after that. Like, she was an actress before she was with Will, just not like, Will Smith was one of the biggest fucking superstars in the world. I mean, he still is, but like, he was The Rock. Like, Will Smith was equivalent to The Rock. And she just convinced him that like being famous and having money and being like was like a bad thing. That he's, there's, I didn't realize there was so much missing, dude. I didn't realize. Like, imagine The Rock all of a sudden being like, I just didn't realize there's so much missing. And like, all of a sudden, instead of being like, he's the I'm The Rock, he's like, I just didn't realize there's so much missing. It's like, I mean, this self-examination is great, dude. It's really awesome. But before you felt happy all the time, and now you feel bad all the time. Like, what's the fucking point? That's Gabrielle and we talk about that all the time, about like therapy and shit. Is like, if there's a way to use therapy to gain, like, to feel better more of the time, that's a good thing. If you feel good a lot and then you go to therapy and you start getting all introspective and feeling bad all the time, why? Why the fuck would you do that? All right, I gotta jump. But those are my thoughts. 50 Cent is just not Chris Rock. That's okay. Let me here's another thing. Like, Chris Rock is a fucking non-threat. Like, as a matter of fact, how many times do I say this on the channel? He's not an acceptable adversary. He poses no threat to you. He didn't mean anything by the joke. He couldn't fight back if he wanted to. You're way bigger than he is. He has no fight. Like, Will Smith, I know he's an actor, but he's actually like, dude, he trained for Ali. He does like fight training and shit. Like, he knows, I mean, he knows how to pivot into a punch, obviously, even though, he's slapping him. Like, you can tell by how he slapped him. Like, the guy knows how to throw a punch. And you slap Chris Rock? That's the other thing, too, why it set me off. I have fucking no tolerance. None for that shit. None. And I'm not just talking about the size thing. Like, you know, it's like a person, like, and it's not just that a person couldn't necessarily win in a fight. Like, there's a million people that I wouldn't win in a fight against, but there's no one that I'm an unworthy adversary just because of what kind of person I am. Like, if I put myself in a position where, like, I've challenged you, like there's no one in the world that's like, I mean, a handful of people are like, you know, heavyweight fucking 300 pounders maybe. But like, that's because you can just tell, like, I'm a person that, like, if I've brought this to you, that means I'm up for it, you know? Like, it means I'm up for it or whatnot. Doesn't mean, like, even if I don't really have like a legitimate chance to win the fight, I've brought it to you knowingly. Chris Rock is fucking just standing there doing jokes, dude. He's not a violent threat to you at all. And he poses no threat no matter what you do. You know what I mean? Like, it's a fucking bitch ass, bully ass, fuck you move. It's bullshit. I talked to Anthony Smith afterwards, and Anthony Smith said he actually fantasizes about beating the shit out of Will Smith or beating the shit out of a celebrity. So I would choose Will Smith if I had to choose, like, tonight, you know? That would not be a fight that Will Smith would want. Something tells me he wouldn't slap Anthony Smith. I'm just saying. Like, I feel like he would probably pick someone like Chris Rock, maybe not like Anthony Smith. Anyway, all right, I got to jump. Love you guys. Peace.